Hey, good afternoon traders, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at Plug Power. Ticker symbol is PLUG, and I want to start off in the zoomed out time frame because I want to show you the potential of this particular small cap stock. You can see it ran from a low of about $2 all the way up to $76 and just has been in this just nasty downtrend. So you can see it has potential. So now kind of let's zoom into where we are today, because I think this one is on the verge of potentially breaking out, and I'm going to show you why. So here's the weekly time frame. As you can see, we came down, we touched this demand zone, and from that we've just been rallying up, and here we are, we're forming this cup and handle pattern, and today we're on the verge of breaking out. So we'll have to see where this weekly candle closes, but if it closes above this level at 204, it could potentially be game on, and I'm going to show you now on the daily time frame why I think that. So let's zoom in again and let's take this down a little bit, and I'm going to show you kind of what's going on and where I think this thing is potentially going. So again, same cup and handle pattern. So let me draw that on for you and show you what I'm talking about here, right? You have this here, which forms the cup right into that demand zone, and then you have this handle, which again is down to that low right down there, and you can see we broke out above the 150-day, came back tested it, came up, touched this this high here, which is essentially the neckline, and from there came back, tested the 150-day, went up, established this pivot high, came back down, tested the 150-day again, kissed it, and here we are forming this handle pattern. And what I love about this is you can see, look at all this bullish accumulation, buy volume candles, that's accumulation, right, into the demand zone, bullish accumulation, no major sell-offs, even through earnings, right? Even though they reported earnings, they reported a revenue surprise and an earnings decline of about 29%, and then on the revenue side, up 10%. So even through that, it actually rallied on that, right? So check that out. That's interesting, right? And then it came back for another test. Now we're forming this handle, or this handle. And here we are today, potentially breaking out of it. So again, if we get a close above this 203, 204 level, it potentially could be game on. Next week, here's what we're going to be looking for, right? We're going to be looking for, if this establishes the high on today's close, and if we close above this, we're going to want to close above that. And then we have a confirmed breakout of the cup and handle. So again, if it closes back below it, we're going to need to put in some more work. And if we do that, I would be a buyer in this $1.75 range right here, right? It's going to potentially, again, if it doesn't just break out and confirm, if it doesn't do this, right? Secondary pathing would be this. It's going to come back down, test that $1.75 level, kind of do maybe something like this, and then we break out. Either way, I believe this does resolve to the upside. I think we would immediately be targeting this long-term resistance line, going all the way back to those previous weekly lows that I was showing you earlier before it broke out to 76. So this is a major trend line. In fact, I'm going to put on here, I'm going to mark this as major resistance on my chart, and you guys should do the same on yours. So that is major resistance on that, and I don't know why I didn't show. I want to do top, center, and I want to right align. Okay, here we go. So that's going to put it, well, I got to change that. But anyways, you get the idea. You're going to want to mark this as a major support or major resistance, because as we get to it, it's probably going to reject, probably come back down and back test this, right? It'll probably do something like this, back test the neckline, and then we're off to the races. Where do I think this ultimately is going? Where I have this yellow line drawn in. So this is a pivot low, and you can see pivot high here, and I like to make it where it touches the most touch points across history. So even though this probably is where it will go, 332, maybe 334, I tend to favor that 320 level, just in case it doesn't quite get it there. My target's going to be that, right? Especially if it does this and forms this consolidation the way I suggested. So want to put this one on your radar. RSI is definitely getting into oversold territory. So again, this might do this pathing here to where we break out and then we come back in, test it again. That 175 level would be an absolute pinpoint accurate, in my opinion, area to pick this up if you're not already in it, right kind of in there. If you break out, you're going to want to look for that confirmation, and then you can buy the neckline. But yeah, these are the two preferred pathings. Like I said, I do think this resolves to the upside, especially with small caps in the IWM doing what they're doing. I really like this name to the upside for all these reasons, and likely a lot more if I study this chart a little bit longer. But you can see just massive bullish structure. And yeah, that's kind of how I see it playing out. So put this on your guys' radar. No financial advice given, always for educational purposes to show you what I'm doing in my own trading portfolio. I am actually in this. I'm long. I will be looking to potentially add on either of these paths, right? So if we break out and we confirm the neckline and then back test it, I would be adding there. Or if we go back, or if we go down to that 175, I will likely add. So I bought it actually on the second retest of this 150 day. So I'm a little early, so I'm really loving this price movement. But again, if you're not already in, those are the ways I would consider playing it. And again, no financial advice given. So again, if you guys like this channel, if you appreciate my work and this technical analysis, please do me a favor and hit that like button, show me some love, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, so that you can make money in this market and take advantage of opportunities like this as they present themselves. I'll be bringing them to you guys live. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace and love.